continuing on for the subject for the next couple of months with the L guard. So we've been attacking the near side arm the whole time. So coming in here, and we've been attacking this arm. So going to Kimura, is using that to sweep, switching over to an armbar. So, and this is actually something we didn't have time to do last week, but something that was asked as a question is, what if he comes with his weight onto this side? Yeah, so now I can't really armbar him anymore, because this is a bad position leverage-wise for me. But the good thing is from here, I can take my foot out and just reverse it. Okay? So it's a fairly simple sweep, but a lot of people don't see it coming because they're so worried about the armbar / Kimura that they're not thinking about their base anymore. So, and he's giving me half of the work for this sweep. So I will say, in order to do this sweep, he has to be pressuring in on this side. So if, yeah, he has to be doing this. This is the only way this sweep works. Okay? If he's not doing that, I mean, if he pressures on the other side, yeah. Now it's not happening, okay? So you have to pay attention to where his power is going. Now, that's not to say if he's going this way, there's nothing we can do. There is. We're doing that next. But right now we're just going under the assumption he's pressuring in on this side because he's worried about his armbar. And you just reverse it. Okay? Like I said, I think that was pretty simple, but again, it's one I wind up landing a lot. Because I think people have this instinctual urge, the minute that Kimura trap comes, oh, pressure this way, don't let the Kimura come, and it gives you the sweep.
I didn't see it, you trap the foot and just swing.
I'm not really trapping the foot, the foot's already there. I mean, the foot is already here because of the L guard. So, once I'm here and you pressure on this side, all I'm doing is taking this foot out and bridge and kick.
Okay.
So, if I were doing this without a partner, it would be, I'd be here, I'd take the foot out, bridge, and kick. And that's all the motion I'm doing. Okay? So let's give this one a couple of tries, and then we'll move on to the next session of how to still get an armbar from that position, because this is where it starts getting interesting. We've had when he's resisting with pressure in a particular direction. Now we're going to do pressure in a different direction. Okay, so again, I've got my Kimura grip, and something you're going to experience, especially with people who are really big, actually let me take this a step back, is that you've had this probably with the bigger Yan all the time. So, is that if I have the grip here and I go for the Kimura, that he just stiff arms and keep his arm, keep this arm straight. Yeah. No, in this arm. Yeah, exactly. So it's, since we're closer in size and weight, it's not that big a deal. Right. But when your opponent's bigger than you, I've had a lot that they can just straighten that arm and I'm not getting the Kimura lock. So, I have a bigger opponent now, so just keep this arm straight. So, by coming, I'm not getting this. Okay, he's too strong. I can try doing some muscle work, but that's inefficient. Especially since, because he's straightening his arm now, he's giving me another option that's actually better. So what I can do instead is I can take this hand, bring it up here, lock a gable grip, now I've got a shoulder crunch. I don't know if you saw it, the minute I grabbed the shoulder crunch, So it's a nice counter, and it's feeding off his reaction. Again, I'm here, he doesn't want me getting that arm bent, so he's keeping the arm straight. So all I do is basically let the hand slide by, grab a gable, bring my hand, this hand up to his armpit, and this elbow comes to his face. And I'm pinching everything in. And this is actually getting rid of this post. So from here, I can actually just do a simple butterfly sweep.
So last time when we did shoulder crunch, we had his arm.
Other arm. Yeah, we were doing it on the far side arm. Yeah.
And now his arm is on this side, but it's still working.
Yeah, that's because he's bringing it in. It's going to depend a bit on his reaction. If he tries to extend the arm from the shoulder crunch, if I come in here and he doesn't bring his arm in, I just bring it up on my shoulder, and I can do the same thing. The important point, the thing that makes the shoulder crunch work, it's less that the arm is up here, and it's more that I can get my hands here on that armpit, and I can pinch his arm between my bicep and my forearm. Try put your arm out. That's what makes it. Okay? If I'm down here, yeah, exactly. Then he can get his arm out. So the important thing to keep in mind is less the position of his arm, and it's more that you're in here and getting a nice tight lock. So we're here. I try, not happening. And I want to be here. Okay, and now the arm is pretty much dead. If he keeps it up to the side like that, I can just push it up to my shoulder and sweep. Okay.
Bonus points for the.
Yeah. Bonus point for the face and the third.
And you don't want to put too much pressure.
Yeah. Bonus points for that. Yeah. So obviously there comes a point of diminishing returns the bigger the opponent is. I will freely admit at the moment I can't land this sweep on Jan, but I've landed this one on you multiple times, and you're 90 kilos? Yeah, so 75, 90 kilos. So the bigger the weight difference, the less you have diminishing returns. I heard a great comparison about this once. Someone was talking about how people say that size and strength don't matter, and he said, yeah, go grapple a gorilla and tell me that size and strength don't matter. But up to about 100 kilos, I'm able to land this sweep. So when it starts getting past 100 kilos, it gets progressively more difficult. But up to about 100 kilos, I can land this sweep.
Cool.
So, anyone, you want to see that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm here. He doesn't want me to get that arm. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So the arm comes, this hand comes on the inside. Everything comes up. And the elbow, yeah. You can automatically see his hands going up so that because of this pressure in his face. Yeah. Yeah. And from here, it's a horrible feeling when you got the elbow in your face. Shit.
You can decide between shoulder pressure or neck pressure.
Yeah, exactly. No one likes that position. So, I can't sweep Jan with this, but even if I get him in this position, he's like, oh God, this, damn it. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's clear. So we'll just rotate as usual, and then we'll go to how to recover an armbar from this position. And that's something called a Choi bar. It's actually kind of cool. Okay, so moving on. So the Choi bar. So just one quick point I want to point out regarding the shoulder crunch, just in terms of transitioning from the Kimura to the shoulder crunch. So when I'm here and I'm trying to get to Kimura, When I want to go to a shoulder crunch, the first thing I want to do is actually grab my own hands, and I use that to pressure this shoulder in, like this. So that if you try to pull your shoulder out. Okay, and from here, now I can move it over to my shoulder crush. Okay, so that's how I prefer to transition. So, and he actually had the question, what if when I'm transitioning over, he feels the shoulder crunch coming and he tries to posture out? This is actually good for me, especially if I want to submit him. So, because he has space here, so what I can actually do is I can take out my hook, bring it onto his face. And if you were here last week, you'd see something familiar. From here, I can bring the foot around, and now I have an armbar. Yeah. So we can change if he's able to posture out and gets distance, that is not bad. Instead of getting swept, then he just gets submitted. So we're here, we're trying, and he postures out, take the leg out. And I'm breaking his posture with this. I've got my, let's turn around so I can actually show the camera. Because I'm not being very nice here. So I'm not just here with my knee on the side of his head. I'm actually posturing the way I've got my foot about like this. So this is not pleasant, is it?
Yeah.
And from here, I bring my knee onto his back to break his posture. Try to posture out.
So that was have to.
Yeah, yeah, and now you give me a better entrance to the armbar. Okay, and when I transition over, you can see I'm hooking in with both feet on his leg. So it keeps him from sprawling. And I can use this to just, I'm not doing the traditional armbar as well. The traditional armbar is always, at the very least as I've always been taught it, just like lay down, that I'm going to have his elbow on my chest like this, and I'm trying to pressure him like this. This works, but especially in this odd position, I like to take the arm a bit to the side, because the thing is if I'm pressing this way, his hand can only go to my chest. Okay? It stops here, it can't go further. If I bring it to the side, now his hand goes all the way to the ground, and I have a lot more space to use the armbar. And especially in this side position, that gives me more leverage and more ability to finish the armbar. So here. Sorry, get the knee in the face. So from here, and what I do is I take it, instead of bringing it onto my chest, I bring the elbow to the hip pocket here. And my legs are in his hook in is keeping him from rolling forward. The look on his face right now is, yeah. So, and from here I can just, yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to go for very much further than that.
It's already very tight.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's his hand movement. You don't do anything that you can try to push
If I don't need to, I can, obviously. This is not comfortable without the hips. I don't think you want me to use the hips, do you?
It's already on the end of.
Yeah, it's already, I mean, if you really want to break his arm, yeah, use the hips. I mean, so if you really want to hear that arm start popping and him screaming, yes, exactly. We're trying to be nice to each other. I want people to come back next week, so, yeah. So, but, I mean, yeah, you can use the hips if you need power, definitely, but I've noticed the minute I get the arm over here, people start tapping, so no one wants their arm broken. Yeah. Okay, so we'll drill this a bit, and then we'll go to some sparring.